You know, initially, I couldn't see the problem that you guys had with having female my players in 2K games. And it's such a strong response from a lot of y'all players. But I think I finally figured it out. She already get mad at you for being on the game when you gotta take care of responsibilities in the house. Y'all out there getting into arguments over 2K time. A lot of dudes justify that by time with the homies. And she oftentimes falls back because it's considered time with the homies. But don't let her come in there and hear female's voice on the other end. Don't let her watch your gameplay for a second and see a female my player on the court. She's gonna be like, who's that? I get it now. I get it. I see what y'all about. I just don't think that's a good enough reason to prevent female my players from being introduced in NBA 2K games. Plus, half y'all cupcakes, y'all gonna be making female my players anyway. A lot to discuss in today's video. If you're new here, drop a like, drop a sub if you can. Alright, y'all, so it seems like 2K is actually giving this some real consideration. Female my players in NBA 2K. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with that move forward. Share your thoughts in the comments. I want to reference this post from Uncle Demis. As you guys know, Uncle Demis, he's closely affiliated with 2K. He says, should NBA 2K have female my players in the park? Explain your answer. First off, I think there's a reason why he phrased this female my players in the park. And I think that mainly has to do with 2K not creating two separate my career type of paths. One for a female player and one for a male player. I'm talking about that storyline, you know what I mean? From this survey that Uncle Demis sent out, 56%, the overwhelming majority, was in favor of having female my players in NBA 2K. And that's with close to 6,000 votes. Finally getting some leeway for these female my players. But that still doesn't deny the fact that 32% of these close to 6,000 folks, they're against having female my players in the game. I would like to reference this response from Power DF. He says, yes, there's no reason not to. Might it be a little too unrealistic? Sure, but it's a video game and everyone should have a chance to play and represent themselves. Playing in the park with a female character, it's harmless fun and has the potential to make the audience bigger. Have you guys ever gone into the park and put your mic on? It's really weird because it's like initially you start feeling like there's just too much testosterone. These dudes, they be thugged out online. But then when they start to get the yapping, no bass in their voice, it sounds like they have too much estrogen. So I say, why not welcome more estrogen? Maybe we'll get some real woman in 2K that could teach half these dudes how to be real men. All I know is adding female my players, it'll definitely help balance things out. And when speaking about female my players, why not get feedback from an actual female 2K player? Here's what Boomy thinks about adding female my players to 2K. Let's load up that clip.
Video games are not technically based in reality, even if it's a simulation of what happens in real life. And 2K is no different. Quickly, tell me the last time you see somebody L2 cancel in real life. Or crab 3 people and it have no impact on your shot. Yeah, my hand always phases through the ball at the gym when I time it still correctly, even though I'm in the right position. My fault. This is not that video. Let me get back to the point. The point is, video games are always going to have some mechanics that are not realistic, but they're there to make the game fun and or playable. And having a female protagonist is not something new. You see it all the time in games like Valorant, Overwatch. Heck, we all remember the OG Tomb Raider Lara Croft. It's been a common occurrence in gaming, and we need the sports games to catch up.
A lot of dudes that play 2K, they feel like it's a chore. And oftentimes they just get on the game upset in the first place because they committed to this chore. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. These dudes just sound angry on the onset. It's like, homie, nobody's forcing you to play the game. I have a feeling if 2K introduces female my players, in turn bringing more female players to 2K, a lot more of y'all dudes will have better reasons for you to get on 2K. But don't get it twisted. I understand the flip side of this, where dudes start acting way out of character just because there's a female in their presence. Them superhero type of lames out there. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know what's funny is that I don't even think y'all realize y'all was already using a female my player when 2K introduced those affiliate mascots. They introduced that Knight chick from Game of Thrones. And for a lot of y'all, the Knight was y'all favorite affiliation mascot. Half of y'all are already cool with the idea, you just don't even know it. So will 2K take 2K25 to revolutionize esports gaming? Only time will tell. But I'll definitely keep you guys updated if we get any more news on female my players. This next segment, let's call it Shots Fired. And from here on out, I may introduce a Shots Fired segment to these videos. I would like to reference this post from Ja. He says, I am now convinced that NBA 2K plays favorites when choosing who to give a logo to or a creator build to. He goes on to say, Dimework has a creator build in the game, but puts out tweets like this. Here, he calls an NBA 2K employee a terrorist in quotations. Ja says he also calls the rewards bullish. And he wraps up his post by saying, is that someone who NBA 2K really wants to be working with and putting in their game? Ja was referencing these two posts sent out by Dimework. This post was sent out yesterday, July 4th. He says, Starter 1 in July spins the wheel, 20 skill boosts per category. Dedicated Veteran 1 with enhanced rewards spins the wheel, and then he just puts the dead emoji and the crying face emoji. Whoever's in charge of rewards is literally a terrorist. In the second post that Ja called out, Dimework says, I swear to God, if that season 1 blog for 2K25 drops and it's still a list of 40 bullish rewards, I'm staying in play now online. Especially if I see a season suit. You guys know the issues that I've had with 2K introducing a suit for every single season as one of your rewards. This post was also sent out yesterday, July 4th. Now, firstly, I would like to ask you guys, do you agree with Ja calling out Dimework? One thing I know about Dimework is that he oftentimes stays in his own lane and he does his own thing. But I don't keep tabs on Dimework, so you guys will probably know better. I'm curious to hear your thoughts, so share them in the comment section. I would like to reference this response post from Albino. He says, this made me respect Dimework even more. It's refreshing to see people speak up and be themselves. The other day you said Big Mac meals reminded you of NBA 2K League players. Again, yeah, he's responding to Ja. He goes on to say a lot of things said on here are jokes/trolls and no one should take these things to heart, to be honest. And oh Lord, Ja responds to that by saying NBA 2K players are mostly fat. I wasn't joking. Ja says, I don't care if someone says their opinion. I do it all the time. But does 2K really want to work with someone who's calling an NBA 2K employee a terrorist? Ja says that's called favoritism, when you don't work with someone who says bad things about the game, but then turn around and work with someone else who does the same thing. Ja says that's the point of this tweet. Could care less what someone says about the game, but if they have a logo, I would think 2K would expect better out of that person or not give them a logo. And here are some more responses from the people. Bobby Bucket says, Dimework keeps it real. I guarantee his next post/upload is a dope build he created or him using certain animations properly to create scoring situations. And that's one of the things I really like about Dimework's content. Another post from Jamel says, the problem with this tweet is that you seem to be assuming that using the word terrorist has something to do with the Middle Eastern people like society does. And for you to highlight something Dimework said, it's kind of lame. How do you guys feel about Ja calling out Dimework for something he tweeted about because he has a 2K logo? Do you guys think 2K should remove the logos from folks like Dimework? As always, I'm curious to hear your thoughts, so share them in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, yeah. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join our Discord. We'd love to have you. The link for Discord will be in the description below. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and y'all be sure to keep it locked right here at AllCity Live TV, because we got a bunch more NBA 2K24 news, information, and updates coming your way. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. I'll catch you guys on the next video or live stream. Easy, y'all.